TGKS Productions. For this video, we're going to be going over some information for the expanded enhanced version of GTA 5 and GTA Online for PS5 and Xbox Series X. We actually got a confirmed release date for the expanded enhanced version. Finally, took almost a year. We also have some new update information or content information for both GTA Online as well as Red Dead Online. We're going to be going over all that in this Rockstar Newswire article that we have right here. So here we go. Let's start off here. Details on new updates, GTA Online, Red Dead Online. So we stated that. Plus, Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS or X and S on November 11th and more. So finally, right there, we have a confirmed release date for the expanded enhanced version of GTA 5, GTA Online, and that is November 11th. Now, don't be surprised if that gets delayed. Rockstar is pretty notorious for delaying their games. It may possibly get delayed, but we'll have to wait and see. That is confirmed release date as of now. And it also just mentions here basically that there's new update information coming through May and the summer months for GTA Online and Red Dead Online. And it's also some fan requested additions to the game, as well as hosting new items, quality of life updates, and much more. And this article basically starts off with the new content coming to GTA Online in May and throughout the summer. We have some screenshots here of some of the new content coming, and we're going to be going over that here right now. So GT Online in Los Santos, car culture is back on the streets in a big way, with new opportunities for fans of performance and customization upgrades to get together with like-minded gearheads to test and show off their rides, free from interference from authorities and other troublemakers. The new interest is bringing a new underground car meet into the area, along with new additions to the local racing scene. And demand for stolen vehicles has never been higher. What's really cool with this paragraph here is it mentions a new underground car meet area. This sort of reminds me of what Rockstar brought with the parking garage in the Diamond Casino Resort, where you could sort of just park down there. There'd be some NPC cars, but players could park down there. They could show off their vehicles. You can't really drive them around. You could at least show them off, have a car show. Here, I'm assuming we'll probably be able to do a lot more. There'll probably be a limit on players not being able to use their weapons. Obviously, wanted levels don't appear to be involved here, and we'll probably be able to drive our vehicles around. So I'm definitely excited for this new underground car meet area. And a lot of players that love car meets in GTA Online will obviously very much enjoy that. And if we move on here, expect high stakes and high action as crews hit the streets to get a hold of the latest vehicles on the hot list, challenge each other in new race types, or take part in a series of multi-part robbery missions where precisely modified getaway vehicle will be your best weapon, all later this summer. So we haven't. This seems to be the summer update for this summer for GTA Online. We always usually get a summer update. I think this is going to be that summer update. Mentions here we're going to have new races here, or new race types, which is pretty interesting. It also mentions we're going to have to be stealing these it says the latest vehicles on the hot list. I'm assuming these will probably be new vehicles that are added with this update. So probably looks like we're going to have to be stealing these vehicles. I don't know if it'll be solo or with other players. It mentions crews here. It also mentions these multi-part robbery missions, which are cool. And it says using a precisely modified getaway vehicle for your best weapon. I don't know if we'll be stealing these vehicles up here and then using them in these robbery missions. That'd be pretty interesting. This almost sort of reminds me of the type of missions like the special vehicle work or the MOC missions. I don't know if they'll be somewhat related to that. I'm sure they'll be a little bit different. But I'm definitely excited to see how these multi-part robbery missions go and how this sort of all plays together. So I'm definitely very excited for the summer update. It seems like more of a tuners and outlaws type of vibe update, which this has been requested for years now. There's been fan-made trailers for it, so I think this update may make a lot of players very happy. This also appears to possibly be a new vehicle here. This is a Karen vehicle, and it looks this may actually be the underground garage or car meet area that's coming out of. It almost seems that way. So there's a possibility of that. And then this here is some of the other new content that we're actually going to be receiving before the summer update of GTA Online. So let's go over that real quickly. To help gear up for GTA Online summer update, 8 new stunt races are right around the corner coming to GTA Online Stunt Series on May 27th. So that seems to be next GTA Online event week. Not this week right now coming up, but the next one. And these new tracks will introduce an array of white knuckle thrills for stunt racers and an assortment of vehicle classes. Shortly after, fans for the futuristic Deadline mode will get 7 new arenas in which to obliterate opponents with their Shatara-like explosive light trail, eradicating waves of arm resistance is more your appetite. Survival mode will be We'll also expand a new location outlets in Display County. So all of this is going to probably come in May and early June. New stunt races, deadline maps, as well as survival maps, and then the sort of Tuner Outlaws vibe update will come later in the summer. I'm probably thinking more of July or August. The past few years, that has been the trend of the release time for the GT Online summer update. I would say at the earliest in June, but I'm thinking more July, August. So I'm definitely excited for that. So here we move on to Red Dead Online here. This is the new Red Dead Online content coming to GTA, I'm sorry, coming to Red Dead Online here. It says next week, Red Dead Online delivers 8 new races spanning iconic locations across 5 states. From the arid frontier outposts of Gaptooth Breach, the mining town of Annesburg, and the swamps of Lagras, show off your proficiency on horseback in all forms of equine competition with new standard races along with new open races where it's up to you to determine the best path to ride through all the signal fires on the given course, or try your hand at the new target race and open target races where the aim is to take out the target checkpoints with your trusty bow and arrow while on horseback. All these new races will be available to play or available to all Red Dead Online players on May 25th. So these seem to all be coming next Red Dead Online event week. So also May time, maybe in early June. But it's looking like next event week. And then seems to be the bigger summer update we're going to be receiving for Red Dead Online. This is probably what's most interesting to Red Dead Online players. Red Dead Online's summer update will add a diverse array of new missions across the world of those looking to step into the criminal underworld. Down in Saint Denis, Angelo Bronte's trusted lieutenant, Guido Martelli, is working to create his own criminal network, so whether it's intimidation, unsavory crimes, or larger high-stake robberies, riders best be willing to do whatever it takes to earn their blood money. Now, so the vibe I'm getting from this update is sort of these new free roam missions, sort of like how we have the Stranger free roam missions in Red Dead Online. It almost seems like we're going to be seeing more of those. I'm assuming probably more detailed and probably a string of them for a certain character, possibly just like we have Guido Martelli here. There's probably going to be possibly a string of missions for him. And what's really cool is this sort of seems to follow the Red Dead Redemption 2 storyline because after the fateful death of Angelo Bronte, Guido Martelli sort of takes over the mob area of Saint Denis. So that'll be cool. We might see a little bit of that storyline take place. But I'm thinking more of sort of like these more detailed free roam missions in a way. It seems to be. I'm not sure if they may take place in another session. You may go meet them in free roam, then they may take place in a separate lobby. There's a possibility of that. But definitely seems to be more of a criminal-based update, away from what we got with the Bounty Hunter expansion and the Naturalist role update. Those weren't really as criminal-related. And also, I don't know if this is going to be a role update. It doesn't seem to be. But what's cool here in the screenshot, we look to have a train robbery mission. And I don't believe there's a train robbery mission in Red Dead Online currently. You can't rob the free mode train like you can in story mode. So I'm definitely excited for a mission like this. And I'm definitely excited for this update in general. I think this is probably the most interesting content of all the new Red Dead Online content coming spring and summer here. And to finish off the article, we just have a little bit more information and restatements on the expanded enhanced version of GTA 5. So expanded enhanced versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online are arriving on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S with new features and more on November 11th, 2021. So just restating the release date here, and again, this may get delayed, but this is as of now the release date. As an added bonus, the summer's updates to GT Online will include special benefits for players to take advantage of these expanded enhanced versions when they drop. So this sort of here, just to state this, it seems to be like sort of possibly with event weeks after summer updates, we're going to be able to get some benefits that we won't be able to use until the expanded enhanced versions release. So that's something to keep in mind. That says, plus in honor of the upcoming 20th anniversary of the genre, defining Grand Theft Auto 3, we'll have even more fun surprises to share, including some specifically for GTA Online players. This is pretty interesting because the 20th anniversary was actually released on October 22nd of 2001. So I don't know if these benefits will come, or these surprises will come a little bit later in the year. What's cool is this Grand Theft Auto 3 took place in Liberty City. I don't know if this sort of hints to anything with the expanded enhanced version. We'll have to wait and see. This would be awesome if we did receive Liberty City, but that's a very far-fetched theory. We'll have to wait and see. And finish off here, while the standalone version of GT Online will be available to players on both platforms, this new standalone version of GT Online will be available for free exclusively to PlayStation 5 players during the first 3 months. Now, one thing here, and I made a video about this when we first received information about this expanded enhanced version of GTA 5. It says it's going to be free for the first 3 months for PlayStation 5 players. It sort of concerns me a little bit because I don't know if that means we're going to have to eventually pay for GTA Online because it doesn't say GTA 5 here. It's not like GTA 5 is going to be free here. It specifically says GTA Online. So I really hope they're not going to do that. That's going to be hugely controversial. It's going to upset a lot of players. Hoping that's not what they're talking about there. We're going to have to wait and see. And PlayStation Plus members on PlayStation 4, make sure to claim your GTA 1 million by visiting the PlayStation Store at the start of each month, every month till the launch of GTA Online on PlayStation 5. So now, starting with the month of April, you claim your GTA $1 million, at least for PlayStation 4 Plus member players. You can claim your GTA 1 million through the PlayStation Store each month. Before it was given just automatically, and there was a lot of issues with that. A lot of players weren't receiving the 1 million, so now you can just claim it in the store. Everyone will be guaranteed to get it as long as you claim it before the month ends. And that goes to the release of the expanded enhanced version on PlayStation 5. And then just pretty much this last paragraph here just talks about more, event weeks, more information on future updates, more bonuses, all of that. But in any case, guys, I hope you enjoy this information. I'm definitely fairly excited for the summer updates. They'll probably be coming later in the summer. I'd say at the earliest June, but more July, August. And I'm definitely excited for finally receiving confirmation on a release date for the expanded enhanced version of GTA 5 and GTA Online. In any case, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it beneficial. Please hit the like, subscribe, share it. And as always, have a great day.